Captain Albert Young of the United States Army Air Corps. I was shot down yesterday while flying a bombing mission. I believe all my men are dead. Jerry almost had me yesterday, but I shot first. I don't think he'll mind me taking his boots. I stole his MP40, not quite sure how to use it yet. He also had a P38. I got my trusty 1911. I only have 7 shots left. The crowd had 2 potato mashers. Also, I have my revolver that my brother sent me. I also have the crowd's field gear. Didn't have time to grab anything else. I better keep moving. Jerry isn't that far behind. The French woods look the same wherever you go. Looks a lot different from the sky. From above you feel free. Down on the ground I feel trapped. I grew up in North Dakota and learned to survive off the land. The crowds like to use the same trails. I think I'll leave them a little surprise. My mother sent me a roll of thread, said I had to sew on my own buttons, so I'd better learn how. I never did get very good at it, but I did learn how to tie some good knots. I don't know much about these potato mashers, except for the training video we had at boot camp. My luck, Jerry will find me with my face blown off, blind as a bat. I spent a good amount of years as a radio operator for the Army. I decided to get my education after I was done with my contract. When war broke out, I enlisted and became an officer. I've flown 32 missions. We did hit our target. We took German flak on our way back. This would have been my 33rd mission. Now I'm hoping it's not my last. My Tommy gun, my toiletries, my rations all went down with the bomber. I don't mind the hunger, but the thirst is unbearable. Even muddy water looks tolerable. I have to keep moving though. Jerry isn't far behind. I think I'll rest a little. I'm not used to humping through the woods anymore. Being a pilot has made me soft. Out here, soft will get you killed. It's been 4 days since my crew and I were shot down. I don't think any of my men survived. I killed a farmer and his dogs. I will never forgive myself. I buried the dogs and the farmer the best I could. He was just another innocent casualty of this war. This would be a good temporary shelter for now. I finally have a time to see what the German had in his bread bag. A journal, pocket watch, razor, shaving brush, extra razors, and some medical supplies. Still no food. I did find some water and a cloak from the farmer. I need to check my area to make sure there are no heavily traveled trails. Looks like someone has been out here. I think I'll give myself some advance warning. This is a pretty dangerous log, a good tripping hazard. A nice spike trap will do. You could kill some animals with a spike trap. I'd imagine a human foot would have the same result. I just hope I remember where I placed them. I better get back. It looks like a storm's coming. I have no idea where the shot came from. I'm afraid this might be the end for me. Now it's a waiting game. The question is, who will make the next move? I've never heard a man make such a noise. But the more I'm out here, the more I want to survive. Just like a game, men use rules in war. Out here, there are no rules. going to check on where the sniper came from. I need to scan my surroundings to make sure I'll have a safe place to stay. I do have to say, the Kraut's gloves are very nice. I didn't take anything else from him, but I did hide his body in the woods. I'm starting to like the French woods. Now I can imagine Paris would be much better. Less Germans and less minefields. Now this is a problem. Looks like the Germans didn't have time to pick up their field. I think I'll use this to my advantage. I'll leave tracks in the sand so they will follow them. The hardest part comes next. Slow and steady wins the race. Stepping on a mine could be good for me. Jerry doesn't want to hunt a dead man. On the other hand, I could be crawling around the forest with no legs. Now I bet Jerry doesn't keep track of their minefields, so I'll make sure they don't know right from wrong. This trail looks traveled, but not well enough to remember if someone placed mines. They will grow around this right into my trap. Now is the moment I've dreaded. The sniper's bullet is stuck in my hand. I can feel it cut my bones every time I move it. There's only one thing I can do, and I don't know if I can go through with it. My father was a doctor, but he never dealt with a bullet before. I know for sure that he would have wanted me to get it out. That's what I must do. The bullet's out, but the pain is just beginning. I don't know if I can make it out of these woods. Starvation, infection, and Germans are all stacked against me. I don't have many cards left on the table. I feel bad for the next person to cross my path, because I have nothing left to lose. It's killed or be killed. I've had dreams in the moment we got shot down every night. It haunts me. Spring is here, and the days are longer and warmer. I think Jerry has moved elsewhere to search for me. I'm going to go a few miles today and see what I can find.
Schicken Sie uns ein MG-42-Trupp. Sagen Sie dem Kommandostab, wir greifen an. Sie sollen Verstärkung schicken. Aufteilen! Feldwebel, übernehmen Sie mit 3 Männern die Flanke. Ich gebe Ihnen Feuerschutz.
This isn't good. Looks like Jerry picked a place to camp. Doesn't look like many, though. They have a radio that could be useful.
Verteilt euch! Feldwebel, übernehmen Sie mit 3 Männern die Flanke. Ich gebe Ihnen Feuerschutz.
Looks like I made a big impression on the high command. They have an SS battalion looking for me now. I'm gonna take the radio. Might be able to get through to a nearby bomber. Some more potato mashers will be helpful. They probably won't fall for my traps anymore. Finally, some clean water. I'll have to make this last. I better get a move on. I want to see if I can send out a Mayday signal. Back at last. I'm not going to hold my breath that this will work, but I may be able to track the Germans' movement if all else fails.
Mayday, Mayday. Dog 1. This is Dog 4. Do you copy?
Why do I bother? No one is coming for me.
November 9815 Link, Fort Dodge, go ahead.
I can't believe it.
9815, let me stay
I
last.
may make it out of these woods after all. The SS isn't far behind me now. They'll catch me soon, but I'm not afraid. They aren't expecting me to do one thing. They don't expect me to strike first. This will be my battle of the Alamo, my last stand. I'll start with the big surprise. I'll tie up my jacket to these potato mashers. Hopefully I can take out a few this way. I don't believe I'll be making it through this, but I'm not going down without killing as many krauts as I can first. I'll lay spike traps all around the perimeter, making a funnel. I want Jerry up close and packed together. Here I'll make my final stand. I'll use every bullet I have. When I run out of bullets, I'll use my knife. When my knife is lost, I'll use my fists and feet. When those are broken, I'll use my teeth. I fear for the German who comes for me today. My first trap has been sprung. They've entered the kill zone. Now is the time to strike. My arm is numb. It felt like the strongest punch I've ever had. It doesn't look too bad. Those Nazi bastards don't have me yet. The SS forgot one thing. Americans will win this war. We always win wars. Every one of us fights tooth and nail for our land. We Americans are tough breed. We don't fight fair. The man who fights fair is a dead man, and I don't plan to die today. It's been 2 weeks since I fought the SS. I managed to jump in a creek which brought me about 13 miles downstream. The SS tracked me for a week. They gave up eventually, thinking that I was dead. My arm and hand are healing nicely, but my knee hasn't been doing well. I stumbled on an SS camp. They had a wounded soldier that they left to guard. I slit his throat and drug him into the woods where I took his clothing, and then circled back and headed back to where my old camp was. I doubt they will look where they already have. Looks like I did more damage than I thought to the crowds when they crossed the minefield. I'll rest for a little bit. My leg is unbearable again. bombing mission. That's a lot of planes. The flak is a pretty amazing thing to watch down below. Up in the sky, it's hell. Screaming shrapnel and ear-splitting explosions. It's nightmarish. They found me. Looks like this is finally the end for me. It's been a year and a half since I was shot down. I've had many adventures along the way. I met a German soldier on his way to the front lines. I stayed hidden and watched this scared soldier march towards war. He was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, but something was different about him. I could have pulled the trigger, but I didn't. A few days later, I ran into the French resistance. I've been fighting with them ever since. I've learned a lot of French, surprisingly. Lots of them are also very good with English. We had an American photographer with us for a while. We also had a woman from the SAS. My time with the resistance is a story for another time. At the moment, I'm a little busy. I was scouting when I ran into a squad of Germans. I heard that the Americans landed a few months ago, hoping they would beat me soon. I'm not in the best situation at the moment. I might be a dead man before long. Can't ever explain the sense of relief I felt that moment. No words can express how I felt. I'm going home.